February 19th, 2025, and it's 11 o'clock, and we're here to discuss a timber exemption request for, I guess the request that he's requesting that we grant him the timber exemption.
Or at least the value.
The value.
That would have been equivalent if he had received the
exemption in 2021, I believe, or 2020. Yeah, 21. Okay. All right, and I'll go ahead and call him right now. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you state your name, Ryder, please?
Yeah, this is Ryder Gautreaux, and I'm on the phone.
Okay. We have Ryder Gautreaux, who is the landowner for the parcels of that are listed in our minutes or in our agenda. So, and we're here to discuss the exemption for 2021, the timber exemption. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and let you kind of explain what you feel that you want the board to do on the exemption, and then I have Jerry, our assessor here, and I also have Carrie, our treasurer here, and then we have all three commissioners: Commissioner Cowles, Commissioner Dose, and myself.
Okay.
So I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, so there was a timber exemption. It was applied in like all the years up through 20, and then we redid the timber plan in 2022, which is kind of the current timber plan, and we wanted to ask that timber plan or the timber exemption got applied to 2021. They were still logging in 2020, and so whatever the tax assessment would be, I thought should be equal to 2022, but however you apply that on the numbers wise, that was,
Okay. Now, was there a specific reason why? And so you purchased the property at what date did you purchase it in 2021 or 20?
Well, we actually purchased it at the end of 19. It closed, I think, in the beginning of 2020, but they finished logging that spring, but they didn't get everything hauled out until the snow in 2020, so they couldn't do when he did Jesse Cruz, who's the guy that did our new timber plan, the timber receipts hadn't been turned, everything hadn't been closed out from the logging before, so he wanted to wait to finish doing the cruise because there was open /permits on there, the way I remember it.
Do you have any documentation about this, Jesse Cruz, on any documented conversations with him regarding the matter, and at the end of for 2021, why it was still open for logging and still?
Well, he's the one that's done our current timber plan that's on record right now. And I did ask Jerry to get a copy of the old timber plan, but they didn't keep them, I believe, because I never did see the Layton Logging and Timbers, who we had purchased it from, and his timber plan, don't quote me on this, but I think because they're more than 5,000 acres, they kind of had it's a different kind of timber plan. Okay. So they finished up their logging, and they Jesse, he came to do that. He said those have to be closed out. So he came and got it done, but it was done right after the turn-in date, because we got pushed back because of all those things. And so I hadn't really dealt with it until now, because those taxes have to be paid here this next month. So I've kind of been, that's why I'm coming to you now instead. And I did talk to Mike Fitzgerald originally about it, but then he resigned right after that. So.
Okay. Do we have anything on anything for us?
I can tell you what we have.
Okay.
Property was purchased. Well, the deed was recorded April 27th of 2020. As a courtesy with anybody that buys property that's in timber, as a courtesy, we send out the management plans and the FT 101. That's the application to put it into that category. We sent out on May 21st of 2020, and then it was returned February 18th of 2022. But to cruise timber, yes, you might have to wait till they're done logging and harvesting and slashing and stuff. But for a management plan, that's not necessary. That management plan can be done anytime.
And I do remember we had a hard time finding somebody to do write our timber plans at the time. And Jesse, I think he was a younger, I'm sure he's been doing a lot of them now, but he did come from Coeur d'Alene, and he was a younger, I guess, at writing those timber plans.
Okay. Right.
So he said he wanted to walk the property. That was one thing I do remember. He didn't feel, because I knew we were on a deadline, and he says he wasn't willing to write a timber plan without walking the property and knowing.
Okay. Mr. Assessor, you said that the property was purchased on 4 of 2020, and
Correct.
You sent out a timber plan, and it didn't come back until
we sent it May of 20, and then it was returned February 22.
Okay, February 22.
Which would be approximately 6 weeks after the deadline.
6 weeks after the deadline. Okay.
After the deadline to be considered for the tax year 21.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Commissioner Hills?
None at this time.
Commissioner Cassidy?
No.
Okay. Okay. Do we want to, are we ready to decide today, or do we want some time to review this and come in for a decision next week?
I'm struggling with where to go on this. So they missed the deadline. So if we would be changing precedent if we allowed this. Is that accurate? Yeah.
And the deadline was 6 weeks. Was 6 weeks prior to the.
I mean, I understand writer's challenge, and I appreciate that, but I'm just wondering what we can do without affecting every other person that misses a deadline. That's the challenge I'm seeing right now.
Okay. Commissioner Cassidy? Or Cowles, sorry.
I agree. It does set up a precedence, That's the one worry, plus getting all this information. I wouldn't feel comfortable making a decision today on it until I look further into it.
Okay. And your thoughts are, you want to make a decision today, or would you?
I'm flexible.
Flexible. Okay.
I haven't heard anything to change my thinking right now, but I'm willing to take a week and dig deeper if that's the will of the board.
Okay.
And that still falls before the March 1st
Okay.
deadline for us.
Okay.
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 Okay. I'd entertain a motion to give the board time to review this and schedule a meeting next week. What time do we have, Sydney? Any time next week? Do you want to just go ahead and set it up now?
Yeah, I'd have to pull up the calendar. I think it's fairly open as of right now.
Okay. Do we have 11 o'clock on Wednesday?
Yes, I know we do.
Okay. So let's go ahead and
So we need a motion to table until next week.
at 11 o'clock. Yep. I'll do a motion. I'll do a motion to table the meeting until next Wednesday at 11 o'clock, and we'll give our final decision then.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. So we're going to table this and review it, and we'll come up with a decision by on Tuesday or on Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Okay.
All right. That sounds good. And I'll probably have to call in then. I won't be in town, so.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.